that you said it's you and Joshua here. Now, is this fight done? What are we talking about?
You know, it's going to happen. Like, seriously, it's going to happen. We were talking with Turkey tonight, negotiations live in person, which are always fun. But it's going to happen, and it's just such an exciting fight that crosses the whole globe.
What Jack Paul doing in boxing. It's good for boxing to have young...
Yep, boxing fans. Step inside the carnival where chaos laces up and reason quits before the first round. Tyson Fury, the heavyweight trickster king of talk and daring wages, just shook the stage so hard it tipped sideways. His sizzling claim, Jake Paul, YouTube's ultimate wild card, will knock out Anthony Joshua, and Fury's ready to drop a sharp £1 million on it.
You on this nonsense?
Where am I? I can't see it happening. I can't. Although yes, lots of money, so on and so forth.
No flinch, no wink, just raw, unfiltered. I want that free money energy. Let's rewind. Anthony Joshua, Olympic gold, former unified champ, poster boy for boxing's clean-cut image, has now been written as the fall guy in Tyson's wild fairy tale, and cast as David in this biblical chaos. Jake Meme turned Mayhem Paul, the internet's favorite Disney villain in training, is not just nodding along, is doubling down.
He sees what I see, which is a weakness in somebody who's been fighting a bit too long, and people underestimate me and doubt me, and that's what they've done their whole career, but that's why I want the fight.
With the confidence of a guy who just discovered slow-motion montages and shadow boxing in the mirror, Jake looked dead serious. People always doubt me. He shrugged like he wasn't trying to punch Mount Everest in the chin. And here's the twist. Jake isn't joking. He's reportedly deep in talks, greasing the gears, throwing hints harder than his overhand right. Whether it's hype or delusion marinated in protein shakes. He wants AJ in the ring, and Tyson's £1 million madness. That's jet fuel to a fire that was already licking the ropes. So now we're here genuinely considering a world where Jake Paul might try to baptize Anthony Joshua with a looping right hand. And who knows, maybe reality really has thrown in the towel. Or maybe, just maybe, Jake's fist or the plot twist boxing didn't ask for, but can't look away from. Just when the boxing world thought it had hit peak delusion, enter Turkey Alshik, part promoter, part Bond villain, part Dreamweaver with an unlimited budget and zero chill. When asked about the absurdity of Jake Paul versus AJ, Turkey didn't laugh, flinch, or blink. He just smiled like a man who knows something we don't and said, "Why not? It's a win-win deal." Win-win, bro. Only Turkey could look at a social media prankster squaring up with a sculpted Olympian like it's an even Steven game of tag. That's not matchmaking. That's fan fiction with state funding. He called Jake a guest of Queensberry. But let's not kid ourselves. Jake Paul popping up ringside in Saudi is not some random cameo. It's a spoiler alert. Like seeing Thanos show up halfway through Iron Man 1. Turkey's laying down breadcrumbs and the trail leads straight to one of the wildest matchups combat sports has never asked for but now can't unsee. And if that wasn't chaotic enough, Turkey casually drops. No more pay-per-view. Just like that. Like he's flipping a switch on decades of overpriced cable history. Now we're talking billion-dollar cards streaming for everyone. As if boxing is the Super Bowl and Jake Paul is Tom Brady with a camera crew. Somewhere, boxing purists are curled in the fetal position, whispering, "What is happening?" while Turkey's building fight nights like their amusement parks. Meanwhile, Jake's shadow boxing in a desert hotel suite, grinning at the mirror, believing harder than ever. And just like that, boxing's latest fever dream is no longer just noise in the group chats. It's officially echoing through press rooms, boardrooms, and board-certified psychiatrists' offices. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua is picking up steam like a runaway train powered by tweets, memes, and million-pound bets. We've got Jake Paul, the man who uppercut his way out of YouTube thumbnails, now staring down AJ, a sculpted former unified world champion, like he's another thumbnail to collect. Jake's not blinking, he's plotting, talking deals, talking legacy, talking like he didn't just learn how to jab 5 years ago in a Vine break. It's chaos versus class, cloud versus credentials, one forged in Olympic rings, the other in comment sections. AJ's got belts and buddies. Jake's got subscribers and surprisingly decent footwork. Fans, they're already predicting AJ is going to fold Jake like fresh laundry. But Jake, Oh, Jake's got different plans. His shadowboxing destiny like it owes him money. Even Eddie Hearn, the man who once called a Jake Paul a circus act, is now watching this unfold like he accidentally wandered into an alternate universe. 1 minute it's Alexander Usyk masterclassing the sweet science. Next minute Jake Paul is on the same conversation level like he's ready to headline Madison Square Dreamland. Eddie didn't sugarcoat it. If Jake's serious, we'll talk. But this isn't a game. This ain't a YouTube video. And this is physically dangerous. And that's the crux of it. It is dangerous. It's madness. It's possibly marketing genius. But in the carnival of modern boxing, where hype and dollars hit harder than jabs, this freak show just might headline. Translation: this ain't Logan Paul bouncing off ropes in the WWE. This is Anthony freaking Joshua. And he hits like a demolition crew on an espresso bender. Even Eddie Hearn's in on the madness now, tossing in one-liners like it's open MIC night. He joked that Jake versus AJ might actually outsell Crawford versus Canelo. And if that doesn't tell you where boxing is right now, nothing will. Post Du Bois fight. Eddie dropped AJ a quick text. We really should have beaten Du Bois. AJ, just 2 ice-cold words. No comment. That's not indifference. That's the sound of a man watching the sport he dominated slowly turn into a TikTok tournament. And just when you thought the circus couldn't get another ring, boom and storms John Fury. Shirt nearly flying off, eyes blazing like he just ate a punching bag. He didn't walk in. He detonated in classic pub bouncer meets street poet style. Big John's take. If AJ doesn't absolutely demolish Jake Paul, it's rigged like a dodgy scratch card from a gas station. He didn't stop there. He claimed AJ could finish Jake with his ding-dong. Not a punch, not a combo, just raw anatomical disrespect. If AJ doesn't walk through him like paper in the rain, the whole thing's a pantomime. His final warning. Loud, lethal, legendary. Don't take a dive, AJ. Not even for $1 billion. If this goes the other way, we know it's scripted nonsense. Only John Fury can turn a fight preview into Game of Thrones prophecy mixed with pub banter and a smidge of unhinged truth. Rockhold didn't just toss a little shade. He launched a solar blackout. When asked about the growing circus of Jake Paul versus AJ, he looked genuinely offended on behalf of boxing, combat sports, and basic physics. The man was baffled, like someone just told him gravity was optional. Now, what the F asterisk are we doing? That's not a rhetorical question. That's a man watching his sport morph into a reality show hosted by delusion. Luke wasn't having any of it. He said Jake Paul stepping in the ring with Anthony Joshua is like showing up to a battlefield with a Nerf gun. Crocs in a dream. His roast of Jake's boxing abilities came in swinging, mocking his footwork, calling him a clunky white boy with no rhythm and dragging his style like it was the last slice of pizza at a jiu-jitsu seminar. Basically, if Awkward had a boxing stance, Jake Paul already trademarked it. Because if Jake thinks he's ready for Joshua, Luke Rockhold's ready to test that theory first and he's not bringing Nerf dot. This fight isn't just boxing anymore. It's entertainment warfare complete with billion-dollar backers, heavyweight egos, and YouTube bravado. It's got more characters than a Marvel crossover and every day adds a new headline, a new roast, or a new plot twist. Will Jake Paul really step into the ring with AJ? Will boxing's purist finally riot? Will John Fury say something that breaks the internet again tomorrow? We don't know. And that's the magic. Whether this fight happens or fizzles, one thing's for sure. Boxing's never been as unpredictable, unfiltered, or unmissable. If you live for the drama, madness, and mayhem of boxing's wild new era, make sure to like We're Ringside for the chaos so you don't miss a single punch, plot twist, or Fury family meltdown. Sound.